Rush hour on the Chiltern line. If the government have their way, the trains, stations and just about everything else will be run by private companies. The line is the most modern in Britain, but with dwindling numbers of passengers and Network South East losing almost £200 million a year, it's perhaps not surprising few companies have so far expressed interest in the region's commuter network. Passengers have mixed feelings.
Personally, I think it's quite disgusting. I think before they privatise anything, I think they should be looking to upgrade the service.
We've tried nationalisation, it certainly has not worked, so let's try privatisation and give it a chance at least.
The government say BR are inefficient and services fail to meet expectations. Many specific details are vague, but BR will be split in two. One section will be responsible for operating the track and investment. The other will run services until the private sector fully take over. Firms will bid to run lines with government grant available for those which make a loss. Levels of service and maximum fares will be set, with stations sold off or leased. Management employee bids will be encouraged. Independent regulators will manage the scheme phased over several years.
Our aim is simple: to improve the quality of railway services for the travelling public and the freight customer. Improved quality of service will make the railways more attractive, improve their competitiveness and enable them to take full advantage of the new opportunities open to them. I commend these proposals to the House.
But who will want to run rail services in the South East? Only one company have announced they're specifically looking at a commuter route. That's Thamesway Buses, who've launched a study into the Fenchurch Street line. Sea Containers are looking at routes to the Kent coast to meet up with Channel ferry services. Richard Branson's Virgin Group are keen on the highly profitable Gatwick Express. Airports and the BAA are taking a close look at buying Victoria, Liverpool Street and Paddington stations. But it's freight that's attracted the most interest. Charter Rail, based in Cricklewood, are one of dozens of firms now planning a major expansion of their business as BR are forced to sell off their entire parcels and freight operation.
I think it'll be good for our business because it should address two things. One is getting more freight off-road and onto rail, which is why we set the business up in the first place. And the second is looking at the role of rail freight within the overall passenger-based rail network. So I look forward to growing our business quite rapidly now over the next couple of years.
Labour say they'll fight the plans.
I fear if it's like the buses, the people will come in, run it for a profit and then pull out just before they have to do the massive capital investment that's needed. No solution for us to improve quality in railways.
Operators won't be able to cherry-pick individual routes, leaving the unprofitable never franchised or never run by the private sector. Subsidy will remain and paid to the private sector, where appropriate, to enable them to run unprofitable services.
It's bad news because what we need is a long-term strategy of major capital investment projects which will bring the real improvements that we need to see. These proposals will drive us quite in the opposite direction.
At the end of the day, today's white paper had few surprises. Many private firms are interested in running freight services and buying stations. But it seems the day when private firms will run services on Network South East is a long way off. This is Mike Pearce on the Chiltern line for Thames News.